Hello, everybody. Happy Easter. Today, we are going to be looking into Catherine, Princess of Wales. It's a slightly different video, so bear with me while I explain everything to you. Over a week ago, I think it's 9 days now, I wrote that social media is the new paparazzi. And I wrote quite a long piece about it on the communities page. Go and check it out. I wrote that a good 10 days ago. So, what have we learnt? Where have we come from? Well, I will defend Catherine, Princess of Wales, and the Wales family as much as I can do. The wider community, I can't control them. I am not a gatekeeper. I am not a moral barometer. However, I do think it's important that people be held to account and answer questions. The biggest takeaway from all of the insanity that happened to Her Royal Highness Catherine, Princess of Wales, is this. And it's a simple thing. It's a phrase that you've probably heard a lot in your lives. Patience is a virtue. That's it. That is it. And mainstream media lost their minds. Conspiracy theorists lost their minds. I've seen people talk about what's happening with Israel and Gaza, and then linking it to Catherine. I have then seen people, readers, go in on Catherine saying, "Oh, she's not there. She's." I've seen them from every section of everywhere. Now, there's a huge, vast amount of different psychics, different readers. Fill your boots. There's something for everybody out there on YouTube. Personally, I didn't read on Catherine's health. I said at the start I wasn't going to read on it. I said why, and I stuck to it. I really did. So actions speak louder than words. I don't hate. I dislike. It troubles me. It troubles me to think that any nonsense from the tarot and spiritual community got through to Catherine. It really does. It's kind of a weird situation where you kind of think, will she have seen it? Won't she have seen it? Has it added fuel to the fire? What's happened? Now, patience is a virtue. She asked to be left alone. She said, let me just heal in peace. I'll be back. This is much different to the tact the king took. And he said, oh, actually, this is wrong with me. I've got an enlarged prostate. This is also wrong with me. I've got a type of cancer. And he didn't divulge what cancer it was. I am not about to go and say, oh, I can see it's the Ace of Wands. It's something to do with his family. You know what I mean? It's just, it's just a lot. Health is an immensely personal thing for everybody, for absolutely everybody. So that is where I draw the line now. I'm not virtue signaling. You can think that, hey, that's fine. That's up to you. I'm just telling you what it's been like to be a tarot reader, an energy reader, a psychic on YouTube. A lot of the attacks and nonsense that happened to Catherine was coming from and funded by bots. There's been so many reports on it. And I felt it in my bones. I was like, this is nonsense. There's something behind this. Something is happening. Something is going on. This is ridiculous. What's going on? And I did readings around that. People actively going out to disrupt the monarchy. Now, I'm not saying any of these readers, psychics, whatever, were part of that. I am not saying that at all. What I am saying is that there is people who read things and go, oh, I've got to go and look at that. And just kind of like, you know, whatever. So I'm not gatekeeping, and I'm definitely not telling you what to do, who to view, whatever. I just think the lesson for all of us is patience is a virtue, and you've got to just trust and let it come out in the wash. It always does. It always does. So I am sending love and blessings, protection, health and happiness to His Majesty King Charles III and Her Royal Highness Catherine, Princess of Wales. May they be healed, may they be happy, may they be safe. And so it is. So mote it be. Amen. Let's see how Catherine, Princess of Wales, can best deal with all of this online stuff. Now, there is recourse for Catherine to privacy strike anyone who's said defamatory things. And I'm not on about the psychic community here. I'm not on about that because I don't know. I don't know. But there's a lot of people saying a lot of things about Catherine that are beyond the psychic and tarot or whatever community. Is she going to do anything about this? Are we going to hear anything from Catherine? Is she going to never complain, never explain it? What's going to go on? Okay. Now, Catherine is our Capricorn queen. She really is. But we have the Fool here. I feel like she just wants to keep it pushing. She just wants to push on. And this is a start of a new day, a new life. Now, March is an awkward month. I don't know why. I haven't got a clue why. I was talking about this with my good friend the other day. And March is a very wonky month. It just, everything seems to kind of go wrong in March. There's a real risk. Not a risk. I would say there's a real opportunity for her to begin again here. Oh, the Chariot is in reverse. Now, interestingly enough, William would come through as the Chariot. So I think William is more incensed by some of the media and some of the stuff online then we would know, because we have the Chariot in reverse, and that Chariot resonates to the star sign of Cancer. So William mightn't be willing to let it go. However, that Chariot in reverse can also well mean, because there's always more than just one meaning for a card. There's lots of things that it can be, that she's not in a place where she can move forward just yet. She's not fully ready to move forward, even though she wants to just put everything behind her and move on. So that could track as well. We have the Six of Cups above, and this is in reverse. Now the Six of Cups is the card of reminiscing and childhood and easier times, happier times. It's been in reverse, so there's definitely an energy of things being a little bit tainted, you know, especially from outside looking in. Things have been spoilt. What should have been just left alone and has been, the waters have been muddied. I don't think she's going to be looking back at this time of her life with, it's going to take a while for her to completely kind of like move on from it, I feel. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse underneath, and we have the Three of Staffs. The Knight of Wands in reverse, I feel like that she's a little bit frustrated as well. She wants to move on. This is definitely giving me, I want to move on from this energy. I don't like being in this energy. With the Fool in the center, she's really wanting to start fresh, but there is stuff here that she's frustrated. She can't quite, she's not quite there yet, if you know what I mean. The Three of Wands leaving the situation, this is good to know, because this senses movement, it senses looking out to the world. She's definitely having some plans. She's definitely planning some things. She's definitely looking forward. I feel like the thing with Capricorns, I love Capricorns. My best friends are Capricorn, by the way. The thing with Capricorns, is they are the hardy water goats. They they do have a lot of emotions, but they also like planning. They really do. They like, well, I'm going to be here on this day, here on that day. I'm going to be doing this, this, and this, and this is going to happen. This is going to happen. Da, 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 da. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I'm an Aquarian. I'm like, nah, we'll just see what happens. This is very yeah. She's really feeling like she wants to go forward, move on, but I feel like there's constraints. Very much when I checked in on the King's energy, not his health, I was like, he's feeling frustrated that things aren't getting quick enough for him. I feel like Catherine's in a similar kind of place. She just wants this done. You just want to be better. It's like when you lie, I know it's not the same thing. The big C is awful, don't get me wrong, but when you lying in bed and you've got a really bad cold, and you're just like, well, when I ever, and you just want to be healed, and you just want to be better. It's kind of like a version of that, like, oh God, well, no, let's just go away. Got lots to be getting on with. We have got the Five of Swords here coming up. Interesting. And we have got the Two of Swords. And the Eight of Swords. Okay. Right, let me talk you through. There's a lot of swords energy going on here. So we have got the Five of Swords here, which, now, the Five of Swords, This is Catherine going through things with a very fine tooth comb. Miss Capricorn Queen, she is thinking about something. She's up to something, which I like. I love a planning Capricorn. That Five of Swords, it's really paying attention to the detail. I feel like she's in this kind of headspace where she is planning and going through details. I'm not saying she wasn't detail orientated before. I think she's meticulous. But all of a sudden, she's found a new level of detailing the details, if you will. So she is really on it. I think she knows exactly now. I feel like William and Catherine know exactly what's going on. I feel like Camilla is a bit more tech savvy than I love the king. I love the king. I really think he's just like, he's kind of like his father in a way, but also a bit hippy trippy with it. It's just kind of like, I don't need technology. I've got plants. And I think that's a lovely way to be honest with you. I really do. She's weighed something up in her mind, though. It's weighing heavy on her. She's kind of like, do I go this way? Do I go that way? What can I do? Now, every tarot card, this could be details with Sophie, by the way. Every tarot card has a affinity to a different star sign, apart from some of the major arcana. Now, the Two of Swords is a Libra. The Five of Swords, so swords are air, is actually an Aquarius. So she's planning something with Miss Sophie. Duchess of Edinburgh. Could well be. We have got the Eight of Swords here, and that is in reverse, and that has been what's surrounding her. This is breakout and free. So she is planning, she is getting there, she is figuring some stuff out. It feels quite like with that Chariot crossing over and the Eight of Swords, it feels like you're kind of figuring out where to go next, what to do next. And I feel like that is what she's in, this kind of place of planning, basically. The universe heals when a Capricorn plans. Let's see what's out next. We have the Star in reverse. Okay. Now the Star isn't a card of Aquarius. It's a major arcana. It's a little bit weird when it's in reverse. It's a little bit colder, a little bit more alien, like our fellow Aquarians, if you will. The Star in the upright, it's optimum, it's healing, it's downloads, it's the most positive card in the deck. Now, anybody who is going through health issues wants to heal. They want that a lot. With it being in reverse, there's that level of uncertainty. But I think with the nature of what has been disclosed about Catherine, I get that. So she is very aware of all of this planning and her own health at the same time. We have the Ace of Staffs in reverse. Okay. This is the Ace of Wands in reverse. Healing isn't, and back on the world stage, isn't linear. It's not, I am healed, bump, back. People can heal in different speeds, different ways. People can receive the same treatment and have completely different outcomes. It's just one of those things. I feel like there is going to be some frustrations for her later in the year, but the Ace of Wands in reverse, it's not a major arcana, it's not a huge frustration. Potentially, I know I don't really mention them in this reading, but in the current timeline trajectory, I'm expecting some Harkles nonsense later on this year. I mean, it could happen sooner. Like I say, when you're reading on celebrities, they live lives that happen a lot quicker than our own, very much a lot quicker. So that Ace of Staffs in reverse, yeah, it feels like there might be some minor irritations and frustrations coming in. But girls, she's okay. She's okay. She wants to get on. She's very much, from these cards, she's planning. Really planning. I like the Five of Swords being in here. I think she's really on to where a lot. I think she's very aware. I think William and Catherine know about all of the bots and who's behind it, and all the fifth columners and the dodgy royal reporters who flip-flopped a lot. I think they're really aware of that. It's weird how when you pull the cards, and this is why I work in layers. Usually I'm not doing it today, but you get repeating cards, you get similar cards, and sometimes I'll do things on a live called Tarot Bingo. What cards do you think the chat's going to come up? I haven't done it for a few weeks, I've got to admit. I'm going to bring it back though in April. But what cards do you think are going to come up? And it improves everybody's intuition, everybody's understanding of the tarot, and it's always interesting when a card comes out that everybody says in the chat that this is going to come out, and it does. It's always really interesting because it's just like, yeah. So I wish Catherine, Princess of Wales, all the love in the world this Easter Sunday, all the health and healing to her lovely husband, her beautiful children, her whole family, and of course the beloved King Charles III and Queen Camilla. Wish them nothing but the best as well. Please leave some little prayer emojis, some little blue hearts, because you know the Wales is always like they rock the blue. They own the blue. They own blue. Please leave them in the bottom in the comments. And also Archangel Michael's ray is blue. And if you're feeling extra healing and protective, Archangel Raphael is green. He's the emerald ray. And you can incorporate that into your prayers, into your incantations, into your whatever you do. You say a few little words over a candle, whatever you do, it's a nice way to add to it. So with peace and love, and thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next one. Bye everybody. Have a good Easter Sunday.